Hey guys, SphericalCuber here, and this is my end of 2015 cube collection video. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I just want to apologize first for the absolutely horrible audio and video quality of this video. The reason for that is I normally, as you know, or as you may not know if you're new to my channel, film all my videos in 720p or 1080p HD, but that takes up a lot of memory, and I film with an iPhone 6, and I don't really have that much memory on it. So I'm actually using my tablet this time, which has over 15 gigabytes free, but it has a really horrible camera, so sorry for that, but that's the only way I can film such a long video like this. But we'll go ahead and start with non-WCA puzzles, then we'll move on to WCA puzzles, and then finish with accessories and whatnot. So this is a cube I got for Christmas a few days ago. This is the Lan Masters Cube. I haven't solved it yet, nor do I know how to solve it. I've heard that it's kind of like a Rex cube with some added difficulty, and I can definitely see that. But anyway, it turns pretty good. I have not broken this in yet because obviously I just got it, but overall it turns really good. This is my second puzzle I got for Christmas. This is the Moyu-Alsu Mastermorphix. I've solved this twice, however I have had to cheat on the last layer. I forgot the parity algorithm for it, but I used to know it, so I'll have to relearn that. Overall, this turns really good, too. I actually haven't used an Alsu before, so I'm not really sure how that turns, but you can really tell this is made out of a speed cube, as it turns really well. Sticker quality isn't that great on this, but that's probably because of the pillowed nature of the puzzle, and the stickers don't really stick pretty good. Mainly on these corner pieces right here. They're not too good. But on these big edge pieces, they are fine. So another thing I got for Christmas, I guess this counts as an accessory, is epoxy sculpt in a Dremel kit. But anyway, I used that to make this. I'm not done with it, but this is a cube octahedron puzzle made from a Rubik's Cube 3x3 I had laying around. I still got a few more pieces to do, and then I gotta really work on sanding it. But it does still turn. Not that well, but it is still turnable. I did have a casualty with this. I put in the very last edge piece and it broke, and it looks like this piece just broke too. Luckily, I have an extra Rubik's Cube 3x3 that's really bad, so I can replace that too. But anyway, next we have the Lan Void Cube. This is the textured stickered edition. It turns really good. It's really fast, like easily faster than a speed cube. The reason it's not a speed cube mechanism is the corner cutting is there's not even normal turning, basically. The corner cutting's so bad. As you see, that cannot turn. This has so little corner cutting that it's hard to even turn it. Like, that's like, it's not even starting to go. And then, it's just really bad. But anyway, it's a void cube. It's not meant to turn that good. And it still turns really good, even if you have something inside. Not that that would matter, because it's a void cube. Anyway, next we have my, first mod that I'm very, very, very horribly ashamed of. This is my attempt at a barrel cube a few months ago. I didn't have any epoxy sculpt. A friend brought over like modeling clay, and I used that, and I didn't wait for it to dry. I didn't have sandpaper or stickers for it, so I had to use like this sparkly, or where's the sparkly? Anyway, there's like a sparkly one. Yeah, I think it's the blue right there. but it is really bad. However, it does still turn really good. This is made out of a YJ Guanlong, and it's still easily speed cubable and corner cut and all that. Next we have the Lan Curvy Copter, and this turns very, very well for a Lan puzzle. I should say I can solve pretty much every cube in my collection besides like 2 or 3, one being the Dino Cube. But anyway, yeah, this turns really good. The jumbling moves are good too. I wish I could show you the turning a bit better, but I have this scrambled at the moment. But anyway, if you can see this piece right here, it's really good. No, my catching is because it's jumbled. When it's not jumbled, it turns really good. But anyway, this is really fun to solve. This is my favorite cube I had for a while. Next we have the QJ Super Square 1, I think it's called. This thing, it may fool you at first because the actual layers turn amazing, and this puzzle was $3 with free shipping from the same state I live in, that being Washington State, and I couldn't pass it up because, I mean, it looked really cool. It was $3, and I just decided to get it instead of saving up for a bigger cube. But anyway, so yeah, it may fool you with that turning, but the problem is the slice move. So if you look, when you turn this, this doesn't turn like it's supposed to, and if you turn this, it doesn't turn either. You can't turn this, so there's it's not really a way to align it. And then if you do happen to align it, it will turn with this layer, but it's not consistent. As you see, it's kind of like roaming, so you actually have to like stick your fingernail on there and turn it like this in order to line it up. So I'll just show you a move real quick, actually doing this. Then you gotta, there's one on the bottom too, and you gotta align that also. And then when you get it all aligned, you have to kind of mess around with it a bit to get it to turn still. And then eventually you'll hear a click and you'll be able to turn like that. So would I recommend this still? Yes, I would, because it looks really cool, and yeah, it's $3. Let me see. Next we have the Moyu Crazy Leading Fisher. But anyway, this is really cool too. I got this at my first competition I went to, and this turns really good. Obviously, it's made from a Moyu Speed Cube mechanism, so all that's really good, and this is kind of a offset Fisher Cube. So if you look at that, it looks kind of like a Fisher Cube on this side, but then this side is kind of like smushed, and overall it's really good. My only problem with this is the center caps fell out pretty often, and I've almost lost it a few times. Also, the sticker quality isn't good at all because these fell off. I found with Moyu non-WCA puzzles, they use a lot cheaper stickers on them than their WCA. But then again, that's to be expected since they have a lot larger of a market on WCA. Anyway, next, let me see, we have the sticker mod I make. Wow, those colors look so dull on camera. That pink is like very, very, very fluorescent in real life. Like, that's weird, and this looks pretty dull too. Anyway, I can't solve this either. I made it myself, but it's so, like, it just gets boring after a while during the solve because you can't even tell it's solved. But anyway, I am going to take the stickers off this and actually sticker this because this is the best Guanlong I've ever felt. I set it up myself, and it has really, really nice corner cutting. Of course, I show you like the worst side apparently, but this thing can cut line to line over here, and it has good reverse corner cutting too, like almost a full piece. But this Guanlong, honestly, it's probably not going to be my main over the Thunderclap, but it probably could be. But overall, this is really nice too. I'm already 10 minutes in this video, not even halfway through doing all these. This is my first ever cube other than the Rubik's brand. This is the Xinxiao Mirror Blocks cube. Again, I apologize, these are all scrambled. I have no idea why they are, but normally I keep all mine solved, but literally every single one's scrambled now. But yeah, this turns really nicely. If you go back all the way to the beginning of my channel, you can see my horribly made review of this. But it's made from a Xinxiao Wind, I believe. Not the Aurora, but it can corner cut in both directions, and it turns really nicely. I can actually solve this blindfolded too. All it is a 3x3 with different shapes on it instead of stickers. Next we have the Landland 3x3x2. This was a cube I traded from a Rex cube at Keep Portland Weird 2015, the competition this year, and this turns really good. It can corner cut. Definitely one of the better cubes from Landland. Landland, not Land. But anyway, I learned how to solve this myself, and it's not too hard if you can solve a 3x3. Next, we have another sticker mod I made. I know the stickers look horrible on this. That's because I ordered from CubeSmith a set of stickers for this, like Super Cube stickers or something. And I just decided to make this sticker mod, and while I wait for them to come in. But CubeSmith completely scammed me on this. They never sent out the stickers. They took the money from my account, and then they refused to give it back when PayPal contacted them. So we opened a claim, and eventually they never responded to it at all, and I ended up getting the money back for it. So I will not be ordering from CubeSmith again. But anyway, this is actually a pretty good Rubik's brand. Nothing really bad with it, besides the corner cutting. It's really fast and feels really nice besides that. Let me see, next we have the Gear Cube. I actually won a giveaway from Light Take on this. I had to guess how many employees they have, and I guessed 74. And I got this. I believe this is either an X Cube or a Z Cube, Gear Cube. Turns really nice, not as good as the Meffords, but still really good. And this has the extra stickers on these pieces, which makes it a bit harder. Now we have the Wit Eden 3x3x7, again scrambled, for no reason. I really need to go through and solve all these. I feel shamed, but this turns really good. I believe this is made out of a early Cubes, I almost said Cubes for Speed, what is it, Cube for You, Speed Cube from a few years back. The layers actually turn really nicely too. I'm actually going to solve a side real quick so you can see how the layers turn. I just messed that up completely. Sorry, my brain is not working right now. Let me just start over and try this again. Kind of late. So, yeah. Anyway, that's good now. The layers turn really nicely and all that. So yeah, on to next cube. I believe we are on to WCA puzzles. Actually, no, we're not. We still have my homemade hexaminx, or not hexaminx, what is this? Hexahedron. And my 1x1x2. And my 1x1. Okay, now we're on the WCA puzzles. So we'll go ahead and start out with the smallest. This is not a Maru Nanocube, this is the Rubik's brand Nanocube, and I believe the Maru is actually smaller than this. But technically this is WCA legal. It actually doesn't turn too bad. That's the first time it has ever popped on me, actually. So go ahead and put those back in. Wasn't expecting that. This has never popped before. that was bad, right when I'm saying it turns nicely, but anyway, other than that, it turns really good. It's a bit hard to turn, but that's literally just because it's so little. Doesn't really corner cut, but that's not expected either. Next, we have just a normal Rubik's brand, and I think one of the edges fell out just then. This has been horribly modified. I tried putting silicone dust in it, which is made for like rock tumbling or something, and I don't recommend you do that. Now we have the 42mm Diane Zanchi. This turns so much better than normal Zanchi. I mean, look at this corner cutting. And, oh, center cap fell out. Let me choose a different side. Easily 45 degrees, easily over 45, line to line, and pretty good reverse corner cutting too. If you look at that, that's a lot better than a normal Diane Zanchi. Overall, it turns really good also. And we'll go ahead and move on to the next puzzle. This puzzle is very, very, very bad. This is the Rubik's brand tiled 2x2. This is the third puzzle I ever got, and I don't recommend you get it because it turns so bad. It's really bad. It's so bad and so tight that one corner piece is completely broken, but it still turns perfectly fine just because the mechanism is so tight. Like, if you look, you can see this corner right here is completely... Actually, I'm not really sure what corner it is. I think it's this one right here. It's like sticking out right there, if you can see. But it still turns. Next we have the Yushin 4x4. A lot of people like this, but I really don't. The outer layers are really good. The outer layers are like the 5x5. The inner layers are so slow. Like, unbelievably slow. Unbearably slow. So slow that it's too slow for me. So slow. So, sadly, I can't use this. But even more sadly, this is my only 4x4 other than the Xingqiao, so it has to be my main. Next we have the Yushin 2x2, and a lot of people hate this. I love it. It is by far the fastest 2x2. So fast I put a bunch of Traxxas 50K in this, and gummed it up. But look at this. Look at the corner cutting on this. Way over 45 degrees. It doesn't lock up at all. A lot of people's are really locky, but mine isn't at all. The reverse corner cutting is also really nice, and algorithms flow more nicely on this 2x2 than any other 2x2 I've ever tried. No, that was not an algorithm. I realized I did that right when I said algorithms flow nicely, but anyway, I'll go ahead and do a solve real quick. That was a really bad solve. Anyway, that's the Yushin 2x2. Next we have the Qiji Square 1. This is by far the best Square 1 on the market. If you haven't heard of this, I'm sorry, I don't consider you a cuber. But yeah, this turns really nicely. I'm really bad at Square 1. I have been able to solve one for over a year, but I'm just bad at it. I used the twisty puzzlings method. You can look that up on YouTube. I just learned the parity algorithm, but I mean, I can solve it, and I can solve it in a little over a minute. Overall, this is very good, and I highly recommend that you pick this up, even if you already have another Square 1. Next, we have the Xingqiao Megaminx. And this Megaminx I've had for a while too, almost a year, if not over a year. But people told me that this is one of the best unmodded Xingqiaos they've ever tried. I have this lubed really nicely. This is actually one of the only puzzles I would actually recommend putting Vaseline in. Now, don't call me a non-cuber. I've been cubing for almost 2 years. I know how to lubricate cubes. I have weight 1, weight 3, weight 5, Traxxas 50K, Maru, all kinds of stuff, and I can lubricate them really good. But putting Vaseline in this for a little over 3 months and then wiping it out completely will weaken the plastic and make it so much softer. And then if you lubricate it with weight 3 and with I think weight 3 in the pieces and the core, then it makes it so much faster and smoother. So I actually recommend that you put Vaseline in this for once. Just take my word for it, it makes it amazing. I'm not really sure who tried it at my competitions, but it's so good now. Next we have the Moyu Skewb. This is my main and my only Skewb. I'm really bad at Skewb. I don't even think I have a sub 10 in competition, but I am like sub 15 I think now on it, which is really bad. But anyway, I have mine set up. I'm not really sure if it's bad or not, but it works for me, I guess. Next we have a Fengshi Xingyu, and this has been signed by CEO the King and Anthony Brooks. CEO's signature, it actually faded off, but it was underneath the B. I think it's completely gone now. But Anthony Brooks did sign this, and still turned really good. If you're wondering why I did it on a 2x2, it's because CEO had the 2x2 world record, and as everybody knows, CEO's great at 2x2, but can never get the world record. So I'm sorry, CEO. Yeah, that's why I keep it in the box, so the other signature doesn't fade away. Next we have the Xingqiao 4x4. I actually like this better than my Yushin 4x4, but I will probably be criticized at competitions for using it, and it has a tendency to internally lock up, and that's really bad for solving, but overall it turns a lot better than my Yushin. Don't call me a nub for saying this, but I set up my Yushin really bad, because it's really hard to assemble, so I basically use Traxxas 50K as super glue for the centerpieces. I realize I kind of just jumbled the words. No, I didn't put super glue in this. The Traxxas 50K acted as super glue on the centerpieces. Anyway, forgot to put this over here. Next we have the Moyu Tanglong in teal. This turns really nicely. It's really controllable and really fast at the same time. I'll go ahead and scramble it up. The sticker shades look really cool on this, and I do get really good times on this. It's not my main, but it's pretty close. Next we have the Moyu Paraminx, which the tips are taken off so I can fit it in my little traveling bag thing, but it still turns really nicely. And I have mine set up pretty loose. I like my Paraminxes loose, but still with the ball bearings in them. But yeah, that's the Moyu Paraminx. Forgot to put this over here too. Next we have the Cyclone Boys 2x2. I promise this video will end soon. It's almost half an hour long. But this turns really nice. It was my main for a while. My brother got this at Keep Portland Weird 2015, and I traded him something for it. But anyway, I'll do a solve on this too, because it's a 2x2, and why not? Okay, there we go. Next we have the Yushin 5x5. This is the best out-of-the-box cube you can get. It's also the best 5x5 you can get. Sorry, my collection's like so big now I can't even turn the cube in front of me. But yeah, it turns really nice. It has really good corner cutting. This is actually pretty fast in the inner layer, so I put just a few drops of Traxxas 50K in the middle, and now it turns like perfectly, and yeah, everything's really good with that. Next we have Rubik's Revolution. Nobody cares about this. Okay, and I believe that's all the cubes in my drawer, but I still have a few more. This is the Yushin 3x3, which I put inside of a bottle, and it turned out really good. This took me like 2 hours to put in the bottle. Okay, next we have my main cube all the way across the room. I got it now. This is my main, the Chi Thunderclap, and this turns really good. I have it set up really nicely. It's been very well broken in. Over 1,000 solves have been done on this. I got my TSC logo on it, and yeah, I really love this. I have amazing corner cutting on this, and really good controllability, and there's really nothing wrong with it. I think this is going to be my main for a really long time. Okay, almost done. We have the Xingqiao 5x5, and this I completely took apart and lubed it with weight 3 on everything, including core, and it is so, this is the best Xingqiao 5x5 I've ever felt. It is just so buttery, and like, it's still fast though. Like, you can just hear the feeling of it right there. And I just love this so much. I really like this. Even not over my Yushin, but I easily could use this in a competition. Next we have the Xingqiao 6x6, and I just got this for Christmas too, so it's not really broken in at all. So this turns pretty bad still, but still usable. I've only solved this twice, but overall it's still really good. It's really slow right now, but I'll speed it up eventually. I just put a bit of Maru Lube in this on the day I got it, but overall it's still pretty good. And then we have the Xingqiao 8x8. I actually can't fully fit this in the frame, but that's what it looks like. Overall, this is really nice. Still finger trickable and very fast. The outer layers are amazing, and then each of the layers just get a bit more catchiness, and then the middle layers, obviously the most catchy. Still not bad at all though. Easily usable. I bring this, like, every time we go on a long car trip or plane ride, I always bring this. This is really nice to solve, and this has been restickered with my own shades, and one of my favorite cubes in my collection. And then I just got this for Christmas too. This is the Xingqiao 10x10. And I haven't solved this yet, and I'm really excited to try solving this. I can solve this, but overall it turns really nice. This is like the nicest turning big cube, even over to Cubic Alpha. But I mean, every layer is just effortless and so nice. So much better than an 8x8. This is like what an 8x8 would feel like if you broke it in for like 5 years. And I've tried one, so I know what that's like. Not that 8x8 was out 5 years ago, I don't think, but broken in from like when it first came out. And this is one of the best turning, if not the best turning, big cube ever made. Okay, and then I'm pretty sure that's it for all the cubes. So I'll go ahead and do a overview shot. All of these right here. So that's my cube collection. We'll just go over accessories real quick. You don't have to watch this. You can go ahead and click out. But anyway, for those of you that stayed, we got a bottle of Trex's 50K, a tube of Trex's 50K I made myself. This is something I just got for Christmas, the Big Marlou bottle. We got cubicle weight 1 and cubicle weight 3. I'm actually not sure where that is. And then my grandparents actually got me this for Christmas. It was handmade in their trip to Mexico. This is really cool. This is the only one in the entire world. And I also got the epoxy scope, as I already showed you guys, and the Dremel set to help modding. And then I will use this in future videos. This is a camera stand tripod thing. I can't fit it in the frame, but it's like these bendable legs that are really grippy too. So I'll be using that for future videos. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This video has been 30 minutes long and has pretty much taken up all the memory on my tablet. But if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe and things. And as I already said at the beginning of this video, that this is horrible quality, and I normally have much higher and better video quality on my channel, and I hope you'll stay tuned and subscribe to see those videos. But thank you guys all so much for watching these, and I'll see you guys all next time.